Drop one of those, man.
All right, enough of Boba. Let's move on
But
to the
transitioning
Hawkeye,
to the
baby.
worst post-credit scene of all time.
The best one. Honestly, I'm still a little salty that my buddy here, Skips, made me wait to the whole musical thinking, yeah, this is going to be sick, man.
I got you so good on that
Control this
one.
fool the whole time.
Yeah.
Nope. Like, I was literally waiting there like, okay, the musical sucks, but watch right now. It's
Got
gonna,
you.
like, the camera's going to pull back and it's going to show someone like Matt Murdock maybe just trying to watch the musical even though he's blind.
Dude, I was teasing Miguel
Hey, you
saying
can enjoy musicals a lot. The music, man.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's true. That's true.
Now plays, no, but musicals,
Yeah.
yes.
I loved it because throughout the whole episode, like when it was panning out, and I
And
was
yeah,
keep on teasing
especially
you.
when the camera would go back to the audience to one specific guy. I'm like, oh my god, this guy's too hyped up. Watch next to him, it's gonna be someone like I don't even know who I could even think of right now. Reed
So
Richards,
funny.
freaking
So-
Logan. I don't know. Hit me
Logan,
with something. Smack me in the face with this finale, but
That was so funny.
nothing
Logan sitting there,
happens.
This shit sucks.
Yeah, I loved it because like at the end of that, like the very end of that, the musical, I know Miguel. I looked towards Miguel. Miguel was so bummed out. I was like, "Is that it?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's it, bro. That's the huge
Bro.
cameo, bro."
I was literally sitting there that morning when it came out. Like the next morning it came out. I was like, okay, all right, they're gonna put the second post credit on any minute. We're gonna see
Yep,
Yelena get her
I
next
really thought
mission or
something was
something.
gonna
Kate's about to join
show
the
up, yep.
Avengers. What's going on?
right?
I could do this.
That musical was such a. Honestly, when I seen it pop up, I was like, I like didn't even watch it. I was skipping it through. I was like, all right, so who pops up? Who pops up?
I didn't do that. Obviously, I saw
I
it with
only
you
let
guys.
it play because it was Christmas. I was like, all right, I'll play some jolly music.
Christmas.
I watched it on Christmas,
Yeah. But man,
Merry Christmas to me. No, but yeah, man. Other than the lame ass post credit scene, Hawkeye. We didn't talk about episodes 3 through 5 specifically, but overall, just what do you think of the season, man?
as an overall season,
Okay.
Because we only talked about 1 and 2, so it's, it's just without context.
I thought it was a pretty cool show. I didn't like Kate Bishop. I feel like she needs to mature a little bit more. She has the
hot
if
take.
you guys are a fan of Star Wars, I'm not I haven't seen the show, but I've seen a couple of episodes to have this opinion of Ahsoka being like a little brat in the beginning.
Oh yeah, I
To
hated
having a
Ahsoka
really
for
sick,
years.
mature like comeback and like a good story arc to her being such a badass at the end. 'Cause I did see the surge of Mandalore or whatever. I saw that. Is that what it's called?
The Siege of Mandalore.
All right, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a really good freaking arc. That was
great,
pretty
dude.
cool. But back
Ahsoka's the
to Kate, to Hawkeye. Yeah, I really hope she has that kind of like character arc because I was not digging her. She just wasn't following orders. She got people and herself trapped or in trouble.
Oh yeah,
I'm just
episode
like,
3.
"Nah,
Oh yeah,
come on.
There was a lot.
You have
of that.
literally the professional telling you, hey, you better chill right here, otherwise we could die. Well, I'm not chilling. We're gonna die.
Well,
True.
I will argue with you a bit because Peter
And
does
she
the same thing in
drops
Homecoming.
The Chris,
Just saying.
The tree. Okay.
Just saying.
Yes, but just because
I like Peter more. I'm just saying.
You're right. I guess.
He did disobey him the entire film until the end.
It's a character development for sure because it was. I did get
Now they
frustrated
did it
at
within
times.
one
I guess-
movie.
I guess you're right.
So you were like, oh, okay, cool.
Just because
You know what I mean?
Kate Bishop is like not only is she a superhero and has all this fancy training, but she's rich. So she has like she doesn't have like troubles
Like the struggles.
like freaking Peter over here. People
She's
die.
spoiled. That's
People,
the whole thing,
Exactly.
dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Peter's not spoiled.
Yes.
Peter's just excited
Yeah.
about being a hero.
Exactly.
She is spoiled and a little too like Peter was. She's too excited about the fun part and the notoriety.
Yeah.
She's not thinking about the sacrifices and the decisions you're gonna make.
I just
We've
feel like
seen Peter go through
Peter
that now,
understands
you
more
know?
the consequence than Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop, she would do anything
'Cause
willy
he's
nilly
had consequences.
Because like, oh yeah, you know what? Oh, I destroyed a 1800th building. It's alright. My mom will pay for that shit right now.
Yeah, that.
Well, think
about it.
That first episode. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
can see
know?
that. I can see that.
Well, think about it, dude.
If Peter would have been like, oh my gosh, he'd be tripping balls,
True. That's true.
But you have to
So,
start in your.
I
they are
guess, I
different
guess
people.
you are right though. Peter does do kind of the same.
But
I
it
guess
was within a 2-hour movie, not
yes,
6-hour
you're right,
show.
you're right.
So
to that.
you do have a point. It's better paced and kind of brought up. And now through the whole trilogy of
Of
what do
Peter.
we call it? The Spider-Man Home trilogy? What do you call it?
Spider-Man. Well,
The Tom
We
Holland.
will get
trilogy?
to that in a bit, but back to the Hawkeye
Yeah.
right now. Just that's my only complaint about Kate about like pretty much the show majority of the thing of me not liking Hawkeye, I guess.
Hawkeye.
I said it all wrong right now, but it's okay.
Yeah, Kate Bishop's your main issue. With
Yes.
I feel it.
Hawkeye, pretty sick stuff. I wonder how they went to that accurate comic route of him being deaf. That was pretty cool, you know.
Yeah, dude, that guy went through a lot throughout the
Yeah,
whole
exactly, you know?
saga, bro.
Oh,
real, he's
shit,
just
man.
human, you know?
Hold
He's
on.
human. Yeah, he is just human. Like
We got to start with the big bomb that dropped.
I really
Kingpin.
like. Oh yeah,
What's the
I really
dealio?
like that they brought in the trick arrows. I've been waiting for
Yeah,
that
that
for
was
a
cool.
while.
The fucking shrink
Like,
one and
such
all
a
that.
long time.
That was a dope scene too, dude.
Yeah.
And him creating all those arrows, yeah, that's definitely it's
And then
cool
them
that they're
using them.
showing Hawkeye actually able to doing that because we didn't see that over the
Yep.
last decade.
Uh-huh.
Nope.
We haven't seen any of that.
We just seen him use them. We never
Yep.
seen him make them. So
Yeah.
The most was probably the zip tie arrow that he used in the
Yeah.
Avengers,
Yeah, and that was it. And then
or maybe the awesome USB arrow too when he hacked into like
Oh,
the
yeah.
helicarrier.
yeah, there's another
Didn't
one.
she? Wasn't when Kate looking through him, she saw a USB one.
Yeah.
Yeah. she
I
was
was like,
talking shit about it.
Age of Ultron, baby.
Yeah,
Show
it's
us some
funny.
love. Show us some love.
Yeah, show us
But,
some
I like.
flashbacks.
All right, you say Kingpin? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
And I love
But-
how they stayed with the same actor too.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
It
give him
had
that.
to be
I'll give him
Vincent
that.
D'Onofrio.
Cool. He does it pretty
Come on.
well for Kingpin.
Hawaiian shirts, baby. That
Dude,
was
that's a
sick.
Spider-Man comic reference
Yeah,
right
I
there.
saw that. I
He's
seen
flashy
that.
as fuck. He's
Yep.
flashy as fuck.
I loved his performance. I loved the introduction. But the big controversial thing with Echo pointing a gun in his face at the end there, Maya, what do you think happened there, sir? Dead? Not dead?
Nah, I think he's not dead. Come on,
Yeah.
you really think one bullet's gonna take him down?
I
Nah.
also don't even think she shot him in the face. I bet you she shot past him.
I can see that. If they're
This is
gonna
your
go with
warning. Don't fuck with me anymore. I'm gonna let you go.
I don't know.
Cause think about it. She's went through a transformation redemption type arc where she's gonna be a hero because they're doing a show on Echo. You can't have a show on a villain. They don't do that.
that, yeah. I
Well, you
think
could, but they don't. Marvel doesn't do that.
it depends on the setup. Like
You know
that
what I mean?
ending scene, I don't know. Like we've talked about it even off camera beforehand.
But
About
there's no way he's dead, dude. There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way.
there's no way that he got to that point. Also, like I really do appreciate that they brought over Fisk and the actor from the Netflix series and all that. And it's kind of hard. It's like
You don't
That-
know definitively if it technically all that stuff carries over.
yeah,
But they
'cause-
don't have to tell you that because it doesn't matter. Almost, you know.
Mm-mm. But at that point too, it's just like having the same actor there. I guess it kind of brings up that already the idea of he's gonna be this like menacing. He's gonna be this how he was
Familiarity.
familiarity from the Netflix show. Because if they're going off of that, he would not get anywhere close to being on the ground dealing with all the dirty
No,
work.
it'd have
Like-
been like the Spider-Man games, kind of like you probably just saw him in his office or something. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit,
And like
that goddamn Hawkeye.
and then he has like so many pockets for him to be able to
Yep.
do so much shit. Like he
He's
has
so much
connected.
more violent for sure in that Daredevil episode show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
like,
well,
with
it's
the-
an R-rated show.
yeah.
Okay.
Or MA, whatever.
That makes
you say.
sense.
Yeah, because the mother, she would have got her head torn off right through the freaking car
Right?
door.
It's like,
Eleanor right
Kate Bishop would have been donezo. Like
He'd have
she
flipped
would've-
that
he would've
desk
just
over, and
hammer
then
her down,
stomped
with
her
his
head or
fist.
something with it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
remember when he beat the guy's head into the car?
yeah. The
car?
Russian,
Yeah,
the
Yes.
Russian.
That
yes.
was
I'll never forget
Wow.
that for the rest of my life.
that set the tone, and then that's why
That was like some Michael Myers shit.
right. It's like whoa, Kate Bishop, chill.
like with like Fisk, like when he did all that with the door, I was like, all right, cool. And that's why like when I seen him have that same interaction with Eleanor, and then like he didn't really go to that brutality type of state. I was like, okay, so I kind of get that they're pulling back because it's a Disney show and everything like that, which I
Mhm.
don't mind. But I'm really hoping down the line that that he's going to be more of a calculated villain as he is
Yeah.
supposed to be. That
I had the
cold,
same issue, dude.
calculating, precision person that he's always 10 steps ahead of all the grounds, the underground
All the people,
superheroes.
like Eleanor having dirt on him wouldn't have meant shit because he'd have had a whole nother contingency plan.
Yeah, he
Like
has.
anyone that saw Daredevil season 1, you know,
Yeah.
it took him all the 13 episodes till the end of it to get his ass.
Yeah, and
You know
then-
what I'm saying?
And he was, about to get away
locked
with it.
up and got away for a minute.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Matt Murdock being there to stop him, he would have gotten away.
And he was flipping the script on him, saying that, "Oh, I'm a poor guy, I lost my dad, and all this shit, and they're preying on my sick mother, and I'm gonna run for mayor and shit," which was a cool little comic tease right there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like what? Like Kingpin is very well calculated, very well connected, and that was my problem with this. The only thing I did not like with the finale, and one of my only negatives of the show. I don't like the way they use Kingpin in the second half of the episode. He wouldn't be out there fighting Kate Bishop, bro.
Yeah.
Cool fight, cool scene. I'm not hating it, but that doesn't make sense when you know Kingpin, man. You don't fight him in the Spider-Man game till you go to his place.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing in the Spider-Man movie. Same thing in the comics. Daredevil, they did not fight each other until the end of the entire series because he had gotten locked up and was exposed.
Yeah.
He had no other choice but to fight Daredevil at that time.
And that was like the last resort. And that's when Daredevil decided to break through all those obstacles that he set up. And
Exactly.
Kingpin said that's what he's known for, saying nothing but obstacles.
That's wild.
Exactly.
That's why, like, if he would hire, like, mercenaries, like, he'll, like, in this
We should have
instant-
seen a Bullseye, or we should have seen like some like obscure Marvel character.
That's what I
want
to see. Bullets though.
It just wouldn't make
Bullseye
it.
is insane, bro.
Season 3 of Daredevil with Bullseye. Kingpin wasn't out there running around doing shit the whole time. Bullseye was.
Bullseye was doing it, and at the same time, with that character, Kingpin was burning Daredevil's name to the ground.
Exactly.
And it got to the point where Daredevil, at the end of
Had to
or pretty
ditch his
much at the end of
costume,
it,
bro.
had to ditch it and had to go back to his OG. Which, if they do play
Into that
the-
continuity.
yeah, then
Yellow and black,
that-
like you talked about.
Yep, it's gonna have
Let's
to
do
It's
it.
gonna be a yellow and black going back to referencing to the OG Daredevil.
Yeah,
and they're gonna have
you know
to,
he was yellow and black before, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That'd be funny to see. That'd be so much way more brighter, like bright character.
They're probably like muted or something.
They're
You know what I mean?
yeah, like
Go
a
for kind
mustard
of like
yellow.
a Man of
Yeah, mustard
Steel
yellow.
type of
Yeah.
color scheme.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
color scheme, but color palette.
That'd be pretty cool.
They'll do references off of that, but that's the thing with what they're doing, bringing merging into the Netflix with the Disney. Like, we get the appearance of them for sure, but we don't know until later on, like in the Echo series, because the Echo, we're actually gonna see Wilson Fisk.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna see him.
Matt Murdock he's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be playing as, I think, Daredevil in that one. I'm not too sure. I
Because I feel like No Way Home teed it up, you know,
hmm
as we're gonna get into shortly.
we're gonna very shortly.
But yeah, man. I'm trying to think here.
Oh, the Hawkeye and Yelena, the fight.
Yeah, I was like, we got to
Oh,
talk
that
about
was
some
pretty
stuff
cool.
for the finale before we go into some like favorite moments
Kate Bishop
and
versus
episodes.
Yelena. I thought Kate Bishop
Oh.
would
Yelena
murked her.
Belova. I love Florence Pugh in this role, man. She
did-
elevates everything she's in every time. I think I like Black Widow almost more so because of her.
She played.
Honestly.
Yeah, she's pretty good. I
she
like
steals
her
the
too.
spotlight.
I was rewatching some of it on Disney Plus. I'm like, you know something, dude? I don't think I'd have even liked this movie as much as I did when she wasn't in it. Honestly, it probably would have been the first MCU movie I sort of disliked.
Well, there was no
Like
Florence Pugh.
Dark World and Iron Man 3. Like, it would have been in that camp. And Captain Marvel, like,
Oh, in that realm. Yeah.
because to me, she's the best part of that movie. Like, Red Guardian's cool. You know what I'm saying? Rachel Weisz, I don't really feel like she did too much.
Yeah, she was only in there. Like,
And Red
for pretty
Guardian, they
much that
kind of let
time.
me down with the action side of it, you know?
Yeah.
Made him more of a buffoon, really.
Mm, mm.
But I love David Harbour. He was fun. But I don't know, man. Yelena Belova just elevates everything. I feel like her scenes with Kate make her an even better actress. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like their whole dynamic together is so fun. Like, oh, man, that kick to the ribs was really good, huh? That was good form.
That's
That's
like
good stuff.
That's next generation. That's gonna be the next generation.
Yep.
Technically for
For the
ours.
Avengers or whatever you want to
Yeah.
say, the MCU.
Yeah, it's
know?
gonna be technically the new generation's Hawkeye and Black Widow. It's
Exactly,
for
dude.
sure gonna be the
but
new.
that scene with her and Clint on the ice rink, man, having that back and forth, dude, I teared up like twice.
Oh yeah, that's pretty sad.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Like she was like, you had all this time with her, like, and she was like, oh yeah, she always talked about you, and she was like, what? She talked about me? Because the one thing that was really interesting about that I hope they address later is that she seemed to be on the outs with Natasha at that point. It seemed like they had some kind of argument or something between 2016 and 18 before everyone got snapped.
Yeah, there
You
was
know?
like some dispute going on. Maybe it was Natasha leaving the whole Widow Order and stuff like that. Maybe there's something going on with that.
After the movie, something in between that gap,
Yeah,
a
like-
la Sarlacc pit, you know, with Boba kind of thing.
Yeah, like it was one of those things that we won't really know. It's like you said, we probably won't get like a little bit more unless there was like a flashback
Till
to
her
it.
next movie or appearance, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like it was just such powerful acting and just such and really cool action too. Like she was on the fucking ground, like kicking the shit out of him and everything. I'm like, God damn, dude, are you about to kill Hawkeye right now?
Yeah, she won. That was the plan. Remember?
I know, but I'm like, is she about to do it though? I was like, is Marvel Did Marvel grow some balls or something? I was like, oh my god. No, I was kidding. But did Disney like let them say like, hey, fuck it, go for it? Because I was like, is she gonna kill him right now?
Yeah, that
Like,
would have
whoa.
been the twist. But I feel like leading up to it, I think she was kind of like she wasn't giving full details about
What was going
what was
on?
actually going on. I think she wanted to hear it from Hawkeye,
Yeah,
from
like,
Clint
what's
Barton
the deal?
himself of what happened.
And the denial right there, where she's like, nah, you're lying. It was like, you know, something I noticed too. I don't know if they were going for this or not, but it feels like they went for all 5 stages of grief in that scene.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anger, denial, frustration, happiness, and sadness. Like, all that shit. It's like all right there.
yeah. They had all that set up within that short time frame.
Yeah, man.
And then like Hawkeye was gonna let her do it. Like he was like, I
Like,
get
all
it.
right, I guess I deserve it, you know? And I love that with Hawkeye, too, throughout this entire series. And that's one of the reasons why it really jumps up there for me in the MCU, because it's really a character study, man. And you really get to understand Hawkeye, or a.k.a. Clint Barton, and understand the things that he's proud of and the things that he's ashamed of and what his regrets are. And it's understandable, too. And at the same time, it's like, his hands aren't clean. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it kind of makes him
Definitely.
much
He's
more
an assassin to
interesting.
himself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that guy
exactly.
cleaned everything
He's
up.
a murderer.
Yep.
Yeah, straight up.
You know, even before that with Shield.
Yeah.
You know, and I never really thought about that until this show for some reason. I was like, you know what? Until he got with the Avengers, he was just out there killing niggas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just he was pretty
Beating
much
them or
like
killing them, one of them.
he was like the muscle. He was like the guy
Yeah.
like they would send out like, all right, we need you to
And
get rid of this.
Natasha, obviously.
Yeah, and
Once they met her,
yeah,
or
like
he recruited her or whatever. But yeah, man, like it's pretty crazy, dude. And just the whole character arc with Clint Barton was just spot on for me, man. You got to see him really wrestle with his regrets and learn to accept what he's done and move forward and build a better future, you know, and build a better tomorrow. And I love the tease with his wife Linda possibly being Mockingbird.
yeah, I think
know what I
I
mean?
think it's been because the thing is there's like so much conversational things about Mockingbird because I think she shows up in the Agents of
Agents
Shield.
of Shield, yeah.
I haven't
never seen it, but
yeah.
I've heard it from, you know,
Yeah,
the online world.
So like there's a lot of talks of that, but I guess they're at the point saying like, you know what, we're just gonna have the Mockingbird, if it's gonna be true, to go off with Hawkeye's wife, like Clint Barton's wife and stuff like that.
Yeah,
because
man.
She's the one. She's like, oh, you got to watch. Because she was always so concerned
Yeah,
about it.
dude,
and
we were
she-
saying, like, it seems like this lady knows something, bro.
Mhm,
Like,
and
she knows the deal.
and she already has, she knows the deal, and that's why she was like, if there's any like the issues of Clint going off doing the stuff in New York, she understands it because she was most likely an ex-agent and stuff like that too.
Exactly. So she understands, like, okay, if he's going to go stay back and not come home, like, this has got to be done. You know what I'm saying? And I love the whole thing at the end where they burn the Ronin costume or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, shit, no more Ronin. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. But yeah, man, I mean, any other things you guys got to say about Yelena Belova or the end fight? The,
No.
you know, the finale,
Pretty
if
solid
you will?
show, to be honest. The post-credit scene was gnarly as hell. I think all the all the cameos from Yelena to Kingpin, Pizza Dog, awesome.
Should have did more with Pizza Dog, man.
Pizza Dog.
I want a Pizza Dog to, like, take somebody out.
Yeah,
MVP.
No, I'm just
but
kidding,
I give it a good solid 7.5 arrows.
7.5 arrows.
7.5 arrows out of 10
Yeah.
for the season?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give it 8 arrows. I'll give it 8 arrows for sure.
I'm giving it a whopping 8.5.
Oh damn! So we got 8.5 8s and a whopping
Love
7.
it, man. I love the show.
It was good.
Might be my second or third favorite MCU show so far.
You know what? I take
really
it back.
good
I give
stuff.
it an 8 also because it's also top 3 for my MCU shows.
Like, episode 3
True.
Echoes, some of the best Marvel anything. That's not, like, really epic and crazy. Like, that's some of the best street level stuff ever. All Marvel, outside of the MCU and all that. It is so awesome the way they're spinning the camera around and using the giant ass trick arrows
That was
and all
pretty
this
sick.
crazy shit, dude. And the humor is on point, and the freaking action is on point, and it's like so cool the way they're filming it and the way they put the whole scene together and all that stuff. And the whole thing at first where he's like, "I'm not gonna fuck up a challenger. Come on, get over here."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that ended up being Echo's car, which is kind of funny and ironic in a way. But yeah, man, I really love the show, dude. Like, very few complaints. I thought Kingpin could have been a little better. Kate was a little rocky at first in the first episode or two. I liked her, but I was a little annoyed by her. But episodes 4 through 6, she started to get a little better for me. And and she's kind of settling down and kind of understanding she needs to listen to Clint and go along with the program and follow his lead. So depending where they take it from here, I think it's definitely a good setup for her character. And I like Haley Steinfeld overall as an actress, and I liked her in this role. Fun character for sure, but not that Yelena kind of love, that I
Yeah.
have for her character. But good character, dope show, some great stuff, man. But
For sure.
yeah, man. Any final words before we open up a couple portals and talk to a couple Peters?
Oh, a couple Peters.
Peter
I'm
Wynn?
good right here.
I'm trying to
It
think.
was solid 8.
Solid
Yeah,
8.
man.
Can't wait to see what's gonna happen.
Cameos.
I want to see where Kate Bishop's gonna
Oh,
pop up in a
One
movie or
la-
show. I don't know.
Yeah, 3 last things. Where's Kate gonna show up if you had to guess, or what would you prefer them to do with her? Same thing for Yelena. And should we get a Hawkeye season 2?
Season 2. I think they're good with the Hawkeye series right now. I think it's a good way to close off, kind of passing out that torch to Kate in a way, kind of showing like he's.
So what's gonna happen to Clint? He's just gonna be in the sidelines now.
I think he might take the
I think
leadership.
so.
I think he might just take the leadership role if he continues doing the Avenger stuff. I feel like 'cause
Maybe,
he's one
yeah.
of the most OGs in there, and he kind of seems like he's able to take that leadership role to kind of direct them towards that certain towards that certain pathway and everything like that for him
Right.
for them to achieve it, especially with the next big threat, because he's one of the oldest ones on there besides the Hulk. But
Yep. The only
it's-
2 OGs left.
and then there's like Thor, and we don't really know what's gonna happen with Thor.
He's technically, I don't know. I guess he's an Avenger.
He's
He's all over the place, man.
He's in multiple teams. He's in multiple
Asgardians of the galaxy and shit. I don't know what this guy's doing.
teams. He's going everywhere. I think with this
The
one,
big Lithorsky. I like it.
if they do make a season 2, it'll be interesting to see what they'll do with the season 2. But I think for this one
One
season,
and done.
Yeah.
Let Kate do a movie or her own thing.
And then
Alright, alright.
like Kate Bishop, she can show up. Well, both of those characters can show up anywhere. Like
Yeah.
the thing is, they can show up maybe a lot more with like the ground hero stuff.
Yeah, like keep it ground level until we got our next big crossover for sure.
Yeah.
Like I think they might grab them for like the next Avengers movie or something like that.
Yeah,
Like-
well, you got to. I mean,
Like
come on.
the new Avengers, the young Avengers, like
You
something
have 2
like
of the
that.
most popular actresses right now. Come on now.
They
Young actresses, I guess you could say.
thinking that's what I'm trying to see too. Maybe. Yeah, like I'm trying to really try to place them where they can be at, but right now it's like
From what we know is coming out and shit like that. Yeah.
because like it's kind of gonna be kind of hard for them to like, well, not hard, but I know for them they have like their own stuff that they can get going on for themselves.
Yeah, man. I mean, for Kate, I think Kate's gonna pop up in. I think Kate might pop up in something like maybe Echo. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
Echo.
she's out there doing her thing, and maybe she gets involved into it somehow.
I guess here if
I don't think Yelena would be in it though.
no, Yelena is gonna be like stored in like movies, like in like
Yeah,
some
for her,
high
if I
level
had to
Avenger
pick what
stuff.
I'd like them to do, I want a Black Widow 2 with her.
Black Widow 2.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
They made a good amount of money. It was one of the top 10 box office films, at least domestically, and everyone likes her. So I mean, I would like to see a Black Widow 2 or call it Black Widow, fucking subtitle, whatever you want to do. But I think that'd be cool. Kate, I think, is gonna pop up in something like Ant-Man Quantumania.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something off the wall like that, because his daughter is Stature now.
Oh,
Remember that? She got recast from the girl from Detective Pikachu. So
Whose daughter?
Scott Lang's daughter is going to be a main character and hero in the next one.
What?
They recast her, yeah. They got the girl that was one of the main characters in Detective Pikachu and the Netflix series The Society. She's playing his older version of the daughter now because it's been a couple years. And they said she's playing Stature. So Young Avenger shit right there.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I think Kate might pop up in there with them. She's using Pym, arrows and stuff like that. Ant-Man is ground level.
Yeah,
It says Quantumania, but that doesn't mean that they won't be doing ground level stuff just in different multiverses or something. You don't know. I don't know.
they could be different things.
And
different things.
and doesn't mean it's the multiverse. They might just be fighting Kang.
Yeah, it could be different. A whole different bottle of
Might just be
Of
time
anything.
travel, quantum realm.
things with it. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they're gonna do with all these characters for sure.
But yeah. Oh yeah. What was my third question? Oh yeah. I definitely don't need a Hawkeye season 2.
Mm-hmm.
I would just like to, just see them continue on and just be in the universe personally. I think a one and done would be cool. Very, very few and far between with Marvel. So it'd be nice to see something just be self-contained a little bit. But what about you, man?
Man.
Maybe you don't have a guess. It's okay. I was just throwing it out there because it was something I was thinking about. Like, oh shit, I wonder where we're gonna see them two again.
Yeah. I don't know.
Shit,
Maybe
team
like
them
the
up for
next
something.
Avengers.
Like you,
I'm trying to think. I can't imagine her anywhere else, honestly.
Yeah.
when they're actually gathering.
Maybe
up the team.
Yolanda, like in Thunderbolts, maybe.
Oh yeah, if they do a Dark Avengers, Thunderbolts type series,
Yeah.
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
They are setting it
but-
up slowly but surely.
Kate Bishop, nah.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care if I see her again,
Miguel's
bro.
like, I don't want to see her to like.
Hey,
when we
bro, she
actually
might be
do get to see
Hawkeye,
her, bro.
dog. You might be seeing a lot of her.
Well, I want to see the arc of her growing up a little bit. She has to
I
go
feel
through
you, I
something
feel you.
dramatic.
Hey,
I
man.
feel it. I feel it.
Even Aang used to get a little hot-headed, and he's 110, okay? but yeah, man. Yeah. So,
With that, I think that's